Hey, I'm out here walking on the Tradition Trail. Now, the Tradition Trail is 22 miles long and goes throughout Tradition. It has a dedicated golf cart and Tradition in Motion lane, as well as a walking and biking lane on the other side. And to get access to the free shuttle that will take you anywhere in Tradition, you have to download the Freebie app. And on the Freebie app, you call the shuttle and the shuttle will come get you for free. Now, of course, while I'm walking out here, I'm wearing my obligatory palm tree shorts. Did you know it's mandatory that when you move to Florida, you either get palm tree, flamingo, or martini glass shorts? Now, for some of the other older guys, you might be required to grow the Florida guy ponytail, but I draw the line at the shorts. Anyway, it's no secret how popular of a destination Florida has become in recent years for many across the entire nation. Now, most of our clients are from out of state, but what about those moving within Florida? It's kind of crazy. You know, during COVID, certain areas of Florida experienced a 65% increase in prices and an increase in the population by 25%. Now, most of our clients within Florida come from Jupiter, south of Miami, or north from Jacksonville and Orlando. But overall, stats say Port St. Lucie is popular, but other cities may be more popular for moving in Florida. So that's what moveBuddha, who's an organization that tracks data, took a look at with its first study released on Monday. Let's see what they have to say. Hey, I'm Stephen Kemos, a local realtor specializing in new construction here in beautiful Port St. Lucie, Florida. So according to the study by moveBuddha, the #1 pick for Floridians relocating within the state is Central Florida's beautiful Orlando, not Port St. Lucie. In addition, the study found that most popular move was a route from Miami to Orlando. You see, these people are looking to still be in or near a big city, but they don't want to pay the cost of areas like Tampa, St. Pete. So in comparison to Miami, Orlando boasts a lower cost of living. Now, homes there cost 42% less than in Miami. And a new high-speed rail connection between the two cities means that everyone from remote workers seeking to save to families looking to upsize their living spaces can find Orlando a compelling alternative to the Florida South density and the price tag. You know, it's much the same in Port St. Lucie. Now, I actually have people live in my neighborhood, which is right over there, that commute 2 hours to Miami to work just because they can get 3 times the house for the same amount of money as they could down south. Now, also, besides people commuting from Miami, we also have people in my neighborhood that commute to West Palm, Jupiter, and Fort Lauderdale, and other areas down south. Now, in addition to that info, researchers also provided the following key details revealed by their data. So the biggest net gain in growth was actually Kissimmee, Ocala, and the Villages, which drew in the most moves compared to those leaving. They may not attract the same volume as places like Orlando, but the higher growth rate means those cities will feel the impact and need to plan for it. Now, the least popular city to move in Florida, while Orlando might be the top pick for movers, the study reveals that Hialeah was the least likely destination for inter-Florida moves and for people out of state. So, moving to Florida from another state, it turns out New Hampshire is sending more of its population per capita to Florida than any other state in the nation. And that's followed by, you guessed it, California, New York, and New Jersey, all coming to Florida right now. Now, if you're moving out of Florida, moveBuddha says that Floridians looking to move away are looking at North Carolina more than any other state in the country, because North Carolina boasts a similar but slightly higher cost of living than Florida and less population density. It has roughly 3 months of winter with possible snow and ice and temperatures in the high 30s, 40s, and 50s, and it still has a state income tax, but that's where Floridians are going when they're leaving Florida. So overall, back in Florida, Central beats the South. the most popular cities to move right now in the Sunshine State tend to be in Central Florida, with the Florida cities in the south lagging far behind. Now, Port St. Lucie is in the northern part of the southern part of Florida and in the southern part of the central part of Florida. So we're kind of right in the middle of that area that's being hit hard with the population growth versus the part that population is kind of leaving. So while the pandemic brought a huge swath of people to Florida, researchers said that the recent moving trends indicate a sizable slowdown in people coming here. So instead of massive migration that happened like in 2021 and 2023, the Florida of 2025 is seeing local surges and statewide trade-offs. But the report continues to say that the people who are leaving Florida, well, they're a little more selective of where they're going. And those who are coming, they're a little more intentional and research coming to Florida. So overall, the state isn't emptying out, but it is shifting and evening back to historical numbers, which is still an influx of population in Florida. So according to moveBuddha, the most popular cities in the study to move within Florida are as follows. This is out of 58 possible cities. So the number one, Kissimmee, which we already kind of talked about, Ocala, the Villages, Wesley Chapel, Palm Bay, Claremont, Florida, where I go to ride my bike up and down hills, about an hour from here, Winter Haven, Davenport, Daytona Beach, St. Augustine, Ormond Beach, and sitting there in 12th place is Port St. Lucie, followed by the Palm Coast, Pompano Beach, Winter Garden, Palm Beach Gardens, and so forth. Now, specifically, Port St. Lucie offers lower crime, fewer tourists, at least at this point, and a slower pace and a more affordable housing market than other of the cities listed before it on the list. Now, while overall migration into Port St. Lucie has slowed, as with most places in Florida, it's still dealing with expected continued population growth. So I linked the complete moveBuddha article below. Let me know what you think. And as always, if you want to talk about anything real estate related, be sure to contact me. My information's on the screen here and in the description below. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.